Hello, good afternoon po mga ka-freelancer, mga ka-BA. For today video guys, lalakayin natin ang mga kailangang tools para sa pagiging virtual assistant. Mga kailangang tools sa pagiging virtual assistant, syempre unang-una ang project management tools. Project management tools, nandun yung Asana, Trello, Monday.com para sa task management at collaboration. Madaling i-track ang mga project deadlines at progress para sa mga client. Then number two, time tracking tools. Nandun yung Clockify, Harvest, HubSpot, Time Doctor para sa accurate time tracking lalo na kung may mga hourly rates yung mga client. Number three, communication tools. Nandun yung Slack, Zoom, Google Meet para sa mabilis at maayos na komunikasyon para sa mga kliyente at team members. Then, number four, document management tools. Ano yung ginagamit na document manage tools ng mga virtual assistant? Syempre, nandun yung Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive para sa safe at organized storage ng mga document at mga file na kailangan sa pagiging virtual assistant. Then, number five, password management tools. LastPass o iPassword para sa secure na pag-save at pagbabahagi ng mga password sa mga kliyente. Kailangan natin magkaroon nun. Okay? Sa pang number six, email management tools. Ano ba yung ginagamit natin sa paggawa ng email? Unang-una is Gmail. Gmail, Outlook, Mailchimp para sa efficient ng email communication at marketing campaigns kung kinakailangan. Then, social media management tools. Ang ginagamit niyan is Hootsuite o Buffer para sa scheduling at monitoring ng mga social media posts, lalo na kung BA ka sa marketing o social media management. Number 8, note-taking tools. Ano ba yung ginagamit sa note-taking tools? Evernote o Notion. Para sa madaling makapag-take down notes at mag-organize ng mga idea sa task. Hello! Then, pang number 9, automation tools. Ando na din yung Zapier o Integromat para mag-automate ng ilang repetitive tasks tulad ng pag-sync ng data sa iba't ibang tools. And then, so yun guys. So next topic natin is ano yung pagkakaiba ng virtual assistant versus traditional office assistant? Ano yung pinagkaiba nila? Siyempre, yung work setup ng pagiging virtual assistant. Ang BA ay nagtatrabaho mula sa bahay o kahit saan gamit ang mga online tools at platforms. Flexible ang oras at walang fixed na office space. Example, as a BA, I get to work in my own space, which allows me to have a flexible schedule. I can work from home or anywhere with internet access. Traditional office assistant, ang mga office assistant ay nagtatrabaho sa isang physical office setup, may fixed working hours at kailangang mag-report sa opisina araw-araw. For example, a traditional office assistant, on the other hand, work in the office from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., following company protocols and handling face-to-face tasks. Job tasks and responsibility. Ano nga ba ang responsibility ng pagiging BA? Ang BA ay kadalasang gumagawa ng administrative tasks tulad ng email management, social media management, calendar scheduling at iba pa. Ngunit lahat ng ito ay online. Maaari din silang mag-handle ng tasks na may kinalaman sa customer service, data entry at marketing. For example, Um, for example, For example, as a BA, I handle the tasks like responding to email management, calendars, and organizing social media accounts. Lahat ito ng hindi kinakailangang magtungo sa opisina. Okay? So, sa office assistant naman, ang pinagkaiba ng job task responsibility ng office assistant, syempre, ang office assistant ay tumututok sa mga task sa loob ng office tulad ng answering phone calls, filing documents, setting up meetings, at iba pang office-based duties. For example, a traditional office assistant typically answer phone calls, file documents, and help with in-person meetings and office operation. And then, number 3, meron tayong flexibility. Ano nga ba pinagkaiba ng BA tsaka office assistant sa flexibility? Sa pagiging BA naman, isa sa mga pinakamalaking advantage ng BA ay ang flexibility ng oras at lugar. Maaring mag-set up ng sarili mong schedule depende sa kliyente at availability. For example, as a BA, I get to choose with to work when this is especially helpful when balancing my work with personal life. Sa office assistant naman guys, kadalasan may fixed working hours ang office assistant at may specific days at oras na kailangan pumasok sa opisina. For example naman, sa office assistant. For office assistant, the working hours are fixed. You need to be in the office at designated time. Okay? Then, number 4, communication and interaction. Sa pagiging BA naman guys, ang BA ay kadalasang nakikipag-communicate sa mga kliyente via email, video call, o chat. Walang face-to-face na interaction kaya mahalaga ang tamang communication skills at pagiging proactive. For example naman guys, as a BA, I mainly communicate with my clients through email and video calls. It is important to be clear and responsive to maintain good relationships. Sa office assistant naman guys, ang pinagkaiba ng office assistant sa BA, mas maraming face-to-face interaction in office assistant. Kasama na ang pagtanggap ng visitor, pag-schedule ng meetings, at personal na pakikisalamuha sa mga empleyado. For example naman guys, sa office assistant, an office assistant often interacts with colleagues and visitors in person, helping to maintain the flow of the office environment. 5 seconds. Okay. Pang number 5 naman guys, cost and overhead. Sa pagiging BA, dahil online ang setup, hindi kailangan ng office space, utilities, at iba pang mga physical resources, makakatipid ang kumpanya sa mga gastos na ito. For example, guys, being a BA means there no need for office space or transportation costs, making it more cost-effective for businesses. So, sa office assistant naman, ang traditional office assistant ay nangangailangan ng mga physical resources tulad ng office space, equipment, at utilities na may kakibat na gastos para sa kumpanya. For example, in an office setting, business have to provide office space, equipment, and utilities for their assistant, which could lead to higher operational cost. And then, pag-usapan naman din natin yung career growth and opportunities. Career growth opportunities sa pagiging BA. Ang BA ay may oportunidad na may specialize sa isang niche o field, halimbawa social media management, content creation, at iba pa. At mag-work with multiple clients, maaari din magtrabaho sa iba't ibang industriya. For example, as a BA, I can focus on niche that I enjoy such as social media management and work with multiple clients from different industry. Sa office assistant naman guys, sa office assistant, ang mga office assistant ay kadalasang nagpo-focus sa isang particular na kumpanya o industry. And then, ang career growth ay maaaring mas limitado dahil sa fixed role sa loob ng company. For example, an office assistant typically works for one company, which can limit their exposure to different industries and types of work. Okay, so sa pang-7 naman, technology and tools. Technology tools na tayo, guys. So, sa pagiging BA naman, ang BA ay merong online tools, apps tulad ng Google Drive, Zoom, Asana, at marami pang iba para sa daily task at communication nila para sa kanilang kliyente. For example, as a BA, I rely heavily on cloud-based tools like Google Drive and Zoom to collaborate with clients and stay organized. Um, sa office assistant naman, ang office assistant ay may access sa mga office tools tulad ng landline phone, fax machine, at desktop computers na nakaset up sa opisina. For example naman, office assistants usually use office equipment like phones and printer for daily tasks. So, yan lang muna tatalakayin natin for today's video, guys. So, thank you for watching. Thank you. Please follow me and subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.